Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope everybody had a fantastic weekend and getting ready for what's going to be an exciting week coming up here. I wanted to put a video out here basically around Krypton, Dawn of the Machine, focused on miners because right now, at this point in game, at the time I'm recording this video, the meta within Krypton is mining. The more miners you have, you are churning out cubes, and it's pretty profitable right now. So I wanted to have a video focusing on that. Having said that, there will be some changes coming. There's some updates that I keep hearing rumblings about between the end of the month and mid-February that may change that. So I wanted to get this out there, both tell you about what's currently happening in game with mining, what's in the future, and when I say future, I mean next couple of weeks. So just so you have a good understanding, this is great for everybody that's new, trying to figure out the game, and then those that are in the game and just not quite sure which strategy to do right now. So let me go ahead and get started. Let me walk through uh, basically mission one mining. Not this is how the mining should work from start to finish. Essentially, this graph right here, this is the miners, and I'll walk through the miners here shortly. You assign them to your team, and they basically earn cube, and they will earn NFTs. The NFT part of this is currently shut off, and that should be turned back on uh, during one of the next updates here in the next few weeks. The other thing that is turned off is aliens can attack your miners, and if you basically prevent that with your warriors, you have a chance at getting another NFT, and that's also based on luck. So all NFT drops, and they call it LUK, luck. Um, these NFTs is basically a random drop rate. So there's a chance that you could get it, a chance you couldn't, and you use these to build buildings and other items down the road. And again, I'll show you that here in the near future. These are currently turned off. So the question is, why are miners right now the meta within the game, the meta strategy? It's simply because warriors, the only thing warriors are being used for is for this mission score. And right now there is no use for the mission score. And I put an asterisk there because there will be a use for it, and it'll be a very big use for it down the road. But right now, short-term look, cube is really the only thing that you can mine in game that has value. Um, and again, this is a very short-term approach, but if you want to quick get some profit, cube loading up on the miners is good. Um, so let me jump back over here. There's a few other things that you should be aware of. The cubes obviously go to exchange, so you can refill your energy and you can keep your miner going. Right now, the current rate is your miner uses 6 energy every hour. So a standard miner could last you. A standard miner has 100 energy, and I say standard, I mean common. So it has 100 energy at 6 energy per hour. It'll last you about a little over 16 hours. Um, as you get higher in rarity, they last longer. And again, I'll show you some examples of those here shortly. But basically, if you run out of energy, or when this is enabled, you get attacked and your HP goes down to 0, your unit essentially gets locked for 24 hours. Won't mine, can't use it, so keep that in mind. One of the things that you can do is you can call it back until you can refill it. Um, but let's get back to the focus on this. Right now, it's earning cubes. Cubes are a consistent rate on the market. Uh, so so that's the reason why these are going. It's really the only value coming out of the game at this point. Again, short-sighted. Let's talk about the actual miners themselves. There's currently 4 different miners on the market. Let me jump over to mine. I'll show you them. Um, the, right now, there's the common miner. That's at this point in recording of the video is earning you 0.888 per hour. There is the silver, which earns you 1.15 per hour. I wanted to show these just to give you an idea of which each rarity is earning. The big difference between these two is, in addition to the cube production, is the base energy. Like I said, this one will last you 16.6 hours. This one's obviously a little bit more, closer to 24. And then if we scroll down here, we actually have two other ones that I wanted to show. Down at the bottom, this is the slave that you can get on the secondary market. It has roughly the same as a silver. The only difference between this and the standard silver that I showed you right here is that this one has slightly less energy, slightly higher HP. So HP doesn't really matter right now unless you run out of energy, but it will matter in the future once the attacks start happening, the alien attacks on your miners. So that's the only difference between these two silver miners. And then you have the gold miner, which is right here, the Midas, is making significantly more per hour, and also has a much higher HP and energy. So this is obviously the way to go. The challenge with this right now is they are expensive. A lot of people are aware that mining is meta. So if we jump over to the atomic market, you'll see the prices reflect that. As you can see, a common miner, and this is the lowest that I showed you, is 111 wax right now. This was going for 30, 40 wax just a few weeks ago. But everybody knows that you want to, right now, the only reward or only profit you can get out of the game at the moment is through cubes. So everybody is loading up on the miners. So is it the right time to buy miners? Probably not. They're high right now. And as I mentioned, there's an update coming out, and I'll talk about that a little bit here more. Silvers right now are going they're in the 187 range as the lowest. Yesterday they were in the low 200s. So these are also pretty pricey. These were going for 80 wax just a few weeks ago. And then let me see if there's a slave here that I can show you. Slave, there we go. There's one of the slaves. They are going close to 300. Obviously on that price, I would not even come close to recommending that. These give the same results, just have slightly lower HP. So if you're going to buy a silver miner, obviously go with the cheapest one. And again, I'm focusing right now on Titans because that's my faction. It's slightly cheaper if you go with a different faction. All right, and then last but not least is the gold, and this is where it gets a little crazy right now. The golds are going 860 wax right now. Just a few days ago, these were in the 400, and I say a few days ago. So these have doubled in price over the last few days because, one, they're factionless. So this, if you click on this, you can see the faction works for all of them, which is slightly different than the warriors. So, and there's a very limited amount of these. So if you are looking to profit right now, and again, I keep saying this, it's a short-term view. Miners are the way to go if you have them. I don't think I would necessarily buy them right now. The reason I'm mentioning that is because in the next few weeks, I've heard anywhere between the end of this month to mid-February, they are going to do an update. The update is going to include a boss fight, a mini boss fight, which will make the warriors relevant. And then the warriors should be able to get rewards from that mini boss fight. I'm not sure if they'll also include the NFTs in that update. So I think warriors are going to become much more relevant here in the very near future, especially when they introduce the mini boss fight. And let's just take a quick look at the difference in price between the miners and the warriors. This is a common soldier. Stats aren't great. Stats are actually pretty bad on the miner, but it's only going for 7 wax compared to the common miner, which is going for over 100 wax. And then if we go over to, delete that, if we go over to silver, they're going, depending on what faction you're in, 61 for the Titans, It's up to 100. This was just in the 70s yesterday. So I think people are starting to realize that that update's coming up. So these prices should start to slowly increase, especially if it includes one key thing that it may include, may not be this update, but it will be in the future, is warriors either during the mini boss fight or during their normal missions will start earning Krypton coin. And Krypton coin, the last I checked, was going for like 4 wax each, because you can't mine it in game right now. Once we're able to mine in game, that price will obviously drop down. Uh, but I've heard rumors that the mini boss fight that's going to come in these updates could include Krypton coin drops. That alone will balance out the miners and the warriors. So in theory, you should see the warrior price go up and the miner price come down because it's more of a balance. So that's why I mentioned, as far as I don't think I would recommend buying any miners at this price, because I think that price is going to go down here in the next few weeks. If you have the wax to spend and you want to profit quickly, it may be an option for you. You need to do your own research and take a look at that. Uh, I wouldn't personally. I think the better buy right now would be the Warriors. Uh, let's just take a look at the Warrior gold price. Remember, the Warrior miner price was in the 800s, depending on what faction you're in. Right here, it's and the normal atomic hub error. Uh, the lowest price is 286 for Titans. It's in the 400s. This has also gone up slightly over the last couple of days as people realize that. I actually ended up going through it and I bought a bunch of Warriors uh, over the weekend. I wanted to get this video out earlier, but I had other videos scheduled. But I think there's still some benefit right now to purchasing Warriors, because I think they're going to go up more, especially once the details of the update is announced. If it includes the mini boss and it includes Krypton coin, I think they'll jump up. And again, this is all speculation. I haven't heard anything final, but this is what the rumblings I've been hearing in the Discord and from just talking to different people, that there is a potential that it could include Krypton coin mining. Nothing finalized though. If it does, it's a good thing to look at. But for right now, at this current state of the game, the meta is mining because it's really the most profitable approach right now. And it's really the only profitable approach right now. If you have miners, churn the miners. Um, if you have spare that you have sitting on the side just because of space, I would put all the miners in right now that you have, let them churn cubes, and then adjust it as they make the update and the update's announced. I heard there's going to be an announcement soon, so as soon as I get the announcement, I'll make another video with the details. I hope this is helpful. This is the current state of the game right now. Um, I like this game a lot. Again, this is not financial advice, but I am very high on this game. This is probably one of my top 2 games that I'm involved in and that I see the most potential from. It's got one profitable aspect right now, and it is huge. Can you imagine when they get the full release, when the Warriors are churning, we get closer to this being depleted and lands available? There's a lot coming for this game. I can't suggest it enough. I don't want to say recommend it enough because people take that the wrong way. But as far as my personal, I'm putting a lot into this game, and I think it's going to be a really good one here for the future. So go ahead. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great rest of your day. If you haven't yet, please like and subscribe. Uh, we are going to do another giveaway here at 250. So I hope you all enjoy the videos. Thank you and have a great rest of your day. Bye.